Hello, professor in class. So this week's discussion, we're doing feedback, which is always awesome, especially if you're a creative type of individual. You want to know that you're making an impact. So what my concept is that I'm going to say it right now. I'm an Uber nerd, big nerd. I play tabletop games. I play like basically the equivalent of Dungeons and Dragons. And the way that I came up with this company to make a logo for is I'm running some friends through like a cyberpunk campaign. It's like cybernetics, near future, corporate rule over the government, stuff like that. So anyways, one of the companies that I have in this campaign that I'm running with my friends is Arsawa Heavy Industries, which are basically like the type of company that would make like, I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with like mechs or giant robots, big gun arms and stuff like that. So since I already had the company in my mind, it just seemed like a natural step to work on this for their logo. So this is my first concept. The initial idea was to have this kanji for strength or power, because they're very much so a type of company. But then I did a little bit more research and I found out that that's not the right kanji, so the idea is kind of changing. So this is my second sketch, still with the same kanji or whatever, but this is kind of the design that I'm working on right now. So that's basically my two ideas. And also the shape being the triangle, there's a reason for that, because whenever we're dealing with heavy military equipment like armor and stuff like that, typically angled plates and panels tend to deflect ammunition more. So if a bullet hits something that's at like this angle, it's going to more likely ricochet off. So that's kind of to give you an idea of what I'm working with here. This seems a little bit more industrial and more to the point of like what I'm going for. So this is pretty much what I'm going to be running with. As far as website mock-ups, I have, real rough sketch. Got two different ones. I'm a real big fan of the parallax thing. I'm not sure if anybody's checked out my portfolio, but I also have like a parallax effect in that. But this is pretty much what I think I'm going to be leaning towards, because it's a little bit more like corporate, more like a military contractor sort of deal. And beyond that, this is pretty much what I'm working on this week. This is something that I could totally imagine on military equipment. Like, some people get their logos, printed on t-shirts or maybe put up on billboards or something like that. This is the type of logo that you could bolt into something and possibly even be a piece of armor in and of itself. So anyways, I know it's a little bit far-fetched, but I'm very much so into science fiction. I'm very much so into like the cyberpunk sort of genre. And for me, this was just a natural choice. So any comments that you guys have would be greatly appreciated. Love it, hate it, whatever. Yeah, drop me a line. Let me know what you think. Thanks a lot. Peace out.